Hello teachers, today I'm going to introduce you to the class T6, that is the Dragonfly. So before starting with this class, you can revise with the students what they have done in the previous class. So in the previous class, they had done the concept and code blocks where they learned, how to create the night game and reach the castle without getting hit by the arrow, which are moving all across the screen. So they had done this. You can revise them what they had done in the previous class. In this class, they will learn how to design a continuous game which stops only when the actor loses the game. So using the concept and code blocks learned, they will create a game in which the dragon moves continuously to reach the castle and trying to avoid all the obstacles that come in the way. So today they will be introduced to a new block, that is the stop all block. You can use these vocabularies like key press, restart, winning condition, losing condition throughout the lesson so that they will understand this better and they will also start using all these vocabulary. So to start with the class, you can start with the narrative about the dragon flight. So the knight has kept the precious gem safe so far, but the enemy is still after it. Now they are attacking the kingdom. The king calls the dragon for help. So the king wants the dragon to help them. So we have to help the dragon avoid the obstacles on the way and reach the castle. So you can ask the student to open the activity and explore. You can open it at their end and ask them to explore it out. They can click on the start button and start, observing. So as they will observe that the dragon can move up and down with the help of the arrow keys. Okay. And when they start, if it touches the obstacle, so the game gets, he comes back to its original position. Okay. So this is what they will observe over here about the main game. So here we are introducing them and making them understand while playing the game. The main element of these games are the player is the dragon, the obstacle are the castle walls. The game starting point is the left edge of the screen, and the main goal of this game is to keep avoiding the moving balls. Okay. So after the students are done playing with the game, observing the game, you can ask them what did they observe. They might come up with various answers over here. The dragon can only move up and down with the help of the arrow keys. So he's not moving left and right, he's just moving up and down. There are three walls, okay, which are continuously moving right to left. And the game ends when the dragon touches any of these walls. Okay, so there are these walls, the dragon should not touch them. So the game elements, you have a stage, that is the sky view. You have a player, that is the dragon. You have the obstacles, okay, and the goal is you should not touch those walls. Okay, so you can show that you all can show them this as well for them to understand the stage, the actors, the players, the obstacles, and the goal. So if the game, are more clear to them, it will be easy for them to conduct, to create it. Next, again, here we have three missions. Mission one is move the dragon. Mission two is to move the wall, and the mission three is to avoid the wall, that is to create the winning and the losing condition. So you can first tell them that we are going to start with mission one, which is to move the dragon. Now the dragon is only moving two ways, that is upwards and downwards. Okay. So you can tell them that in the last class you had made the knight move left, right, up, down. Similarly, you have to make the dragon move only up and down with the help of the arrow keys. Okay. So the event here will be left arrow keys and the right arrow keys. Okay. So this event will lead to an action. So the action is that first he will point towards the left edge. When the left arrow will be pressed, so he will look towards the left edge and then he will start moving towards left, right? Similarly for the right as well, right? So for example, now our dragon is only moving up and down, right? Correct. So we'll be using when top point towards top edge and point towards bottom edge. Okay. And we'll move it by 40 pixels. So the distance that we are using is 40 pixels. So you can ask them to start with the students activity number 1. So let's see what they have to do in the students activity number 1. So move the dragon is the main mission. So you can ask them to look at the tutorial so that they'll understand it more better. So there are two things that we have to do is move the dragon upwards and move the dragon downwards with the help of the key press. So these are the two keys on the keyboard, okay? That is up arrow and the down arrow key. So first you have to ask them that they have to add the when key press block and select up arrow from the list. So they'll take this block over here, click over here and take the up arrow. Then they have to attach the move by pixel block to the when key press block to move the dragon. So they will take this and attach it over here. And they can write here 10, 20, 30, 40. As of now, I'm just writing 20. Okay. Now, if you notice, when we press the arrow, up arrow, the dragon goes towards right and not up. Okay. Now see, let's click on run. Okay. So we have to attach over here a block. So we have to attach the point towards block to the when key press block just above the move by pixel block. So we are going to take this block and attach it over here and we're going to select over here top edge. Okay. So let's code to move the dragon downwards. So we have to again add the when key press block under the dragon. And here we have to select when down arrow is clicked. So when the down arrow is clicked, now after that we also have to move by pixel block to it. So that it can move with the specified pixel. And also we have to add the point towards block because down means it will reach the bottom. So bottom edge, and here we will change it to 20 again. Okay. So now you can see this code. We have done the same. When down arrow is clicked, so it points towards bottom edge and it is moving by 20 pixels. When up arrow is pressed, it points towards top edge and it's moving by 20 pixels. Let's try it out. Okay, now when we are clicking the down key, it's going down. When we are clicking the up key, it's going up. Okay. Yes. This is working fine. You can ask them to save it and then we can move to the next activity. So to move the dragon upward, use the following blocks. Okay, right? So we use two blocks, that is point towards top edge and move by 40, 10, 20, 30, any pixel. So you can congratulate them for completing the mission 1. Now they have to start with mission 2. So let's see what we have to do in the mission 2. But before that, you have to ask them this question, that which code block will make the car move up. Okay. So the car is moving up, right? So when the up arrow key is pressed, the car should, point towards the top edge, right? And it should move with the pixel. So you can ask them to select their answer. So the fourth answer is the correct one. Now they have to start with the mission 2, which is moving the walls. The walls have to move, right? If you see, the walls they keep on moving from right to left continuously. There are 3 obstacles, or you can say 3 walls that are continuously moving. So if you see their starting point is, from the right towards the left. So here, in which direction are the walls moving? They're moving towards the left edge. Okay. which code block will make the wall move towards the left edge. So now they have to decide that which code block will help them move these walls towards the left edge. So the correct answer is the second one, because they have to point towards the left edge and keep moving with 1 pixel. It's very slow, right? So the distance covered is by 1 pixel. Now, to make the walls move continuously on the screen, what we have to do is, first we have to move the wall towards the left edge, and on touching the left edge, we have to make it reappear from the right edge. Then only there will be, a continuous loop, a continuous motion. Okay. So now what would happen to the wall when it touches the left edge? So as soon as it touches the left edge, it will again reappear from the right edge. Okay, so we need to do this. We have to create this loop. So which code block will you use to make the wall appear at the right edge? So here we have to use the first one. That is, we have to go to the right edge so that the obstacle will go to the right edge. Okay. So the second activity the teacher has to do and show it to the student. So let's see what we have to do in this activity. So in this activity, the first thing is we have to move the wall, the obstacles, and bring back the wall. Okay. So we have to move and bring back all the 3 walls one by one. Okay. So let's see. So code to continuously move the wall from right to left. Okay. So first we have to drag the on start in the castle wall 1. Okay. And forever block in the castle 1 area, wall 1 area. Now we have to attach the point towards block inside the forever block and select left edge from the drop down. Now I'm going to take the point towards, select over here the left edge from the drop down. Now I have to use attach the move block below the point towards. So I'm going to attach the move block below the point towards. Now all this is inside the forever block. And here I can write the value as 0.112. I'm just writing it as 1. Okay. You can try it out with different values. Now, how can we bring back the wall into the screen when it moves out of the screen's left edge? So when wall touches the left edge, position it back to the right edge. Okay. So for that, how we will code it? So we have to take the castle 1 to the right edge. Okay. So we have to drag the when occurs block in the castle area, castle wall 1 coding area, and attach the touching block, okay, inside the when occurs block and select as left edge. So when it touches the left edge, then we have to attach the go to, okay, below the when touching block, and in the go to, we have to select the right edge, okay, from the drop down list. Now we can just check it out, and then we can put the same in the castle wall 2 and castle wall 3. Okay. So what we can do is, okay, so what you can do is you can click over here, just drag and drop it over here. Same here, this also drag and drop it over here. Same you'll do for castle 2 as well. Okay, so castle wall 1, castle wall 2, castle wall 3. Okay, all of them, they have the similar kind of thing. Let's look at it. When you click, you can see that the obstacles or the walls are moving from the right edge to the left edge, and again they are redirected towards the right edge. Okay, so this is working all good. We can come back. Okay, so these are the codes that we have used. You can ask the student to save it. Let's see what they have to do next. So which code block did we use to move the wall to the right edge? So we use the go to block. Okay. Now the student also have to do the similar things in the activity number 2, that is in the mission 2. So you can ask them to perform it in the similar way. You can look at the tutorial. It has all the similar things. Okay, they have to do the same thing. So if you see till the end, you will get to see they are using the same blocks. The mission is same, that move the wall, bring back the wall, and move and bring wall. all the walls like towards from, they will start moving from the right to the left, and again they will be redirect towards the right. So they have to perform this. Next, you can summarize this thing because this is something new for them. Okay, so you can summarize and tell them when occurs, that is when touching left edge occurs, then check if the actor is touching the left edge. Go to means it will go to a specified location, and the pack back feature allows you to copy paste. Okay, so that you don't have to write the codes all over again. It's easy for you. So you can congratulate them for completing the mission 2 and help them to go to the mission 3. Let's see what they have to do in the mission 3. So in the mission 3, they have to avoid the walls. Okay. So in the mission 3 is we are actually doing the winning and the losing condition over here. So what happens? What would happen when the dragon touches the wall? So you can ask them this open-ended question. They might come up with different answers. Okay, so then you can tell them that when the dragon touches the wall, basically he's coming back. Okay, so like it will be like the end of the game. Okay, because it will end the game by stopping all the actors' movement. Yes, so this is how the game ends over here. Now, which code block is better for checking if dragon touches any of the walls? Okay, so what do you think? There is, there are basically three walls. There are three obstacles: wall 1, wall 2, wall 3. Okay, and also what you can do is you can use the color code of the wall. So which is better? So the students might give you answer, but you can tell them that the second wall is better because that would ease your work. You can just mention the color. So as soon as the dragon touches that particular color, because all the three walls are of the same color, so the game will stop. Okay, so let's use this code block to develop the game's lose condition. Okay, so the teacher can open the activity at her end and show them how to create the lose condition. So the lose condition is also very, very easy. So we just have to stop the game. Okay. So what is common in all the walls is the color of the obstacles or the color of the walls, right? So as soon as the dragon touches that particular color, the game should stop. Okay. So first we will take this block, that is when occurs block in the dragon's coding area and touching the color. So we have to select the color. So we have the brown color over here. So you will see that the code has automatically occurred over here. Now we have to attach stop. Okay, and here we'll select stop all, means everything stops. Okay, let's try out this code. Let's maximize this and try it out. Okay, so see, whenever it touches, everything has stopped. Okay, yeah, so you can ask the student to do this as well. Okay, so they have to, he has to have basically dodge the obstacle. If it touches, the game stops. This is the stop condition. So everything stops over here. So you can ask the student to perform the same activity at their end. So then you can ask them this question: which of these is used to stop all animation and code? So it is the stop all block. So everything stops. So then you can congratulate them for completing the mission 3. Give them the hats off and emojis. So they have helped the dragon cross all the obstacles successfully on their way. Then you can discuss them out with the project work that they have to do. So the project is about the car dodge game. So in this game, instead of the dragon, we have the car, and instead of the obstacles, we have this particular rails that are coming in. There are two obstacles. So in the similar way, they have to do. Okay. Then you can summarize and tell them about the different blocks that they have used in today's class. First is the when occur block. So it checks if the actor is touching the left edge. Then they use the go to block, which moves a particular actor, repositions it. Okay. And then when occurs while touching a color, so that if it touches that particular color, and stop all, so it stops all the animation and code for all the actors. So you can just ask them the use and question them regarding all this block to check if the actor is touching the left edge, and if it is moving a particular actor to another actor's location, and also other color blocks to set the color where to check if the actor is touching that particular color and to stop everything. Then check when an actor touches other actor. Okay, so it can be done in two ways. One is if an actor is touching another actor or edge. So first we will use when occur. In that we'll insert the left touching block. Correct. And second is check if an actor is touching a specified color. Okay, so we will use a color. We will indicate that by a color. You can give them some, tell them that examples of endless runner games, okay, that are there. As dragon game is also an endless game, right? Now here you can ask them the question. They have to identify the output for the code block. So the code block is when pressed, when up arrow is pressed, so it is moving towards the top edge by 10 pixels. Okay, so they can look at the three things and tell them which one is the correct one. So the middle one is the correct one. That is the B one. Next, find the correct combination of code block to bring back the stone in the game. Okay, so if you see the stone, how it is moving from the right towards the left edge, and then it is again coming back towards the right. Okay, so according to that, B is the correct answer. Now, dragon falls down. Okay, so this is an additional activity which the students need to perform. If they have time, you can ask them to do it. It's a very, very simple activity, okay, where they have to perform this. So make the dragon fall down to stop the game. Okay, when the game stops, the dragon falls down. You can ask them to watch the tutorial. So what happens when the dragon touches the wall? The game stops. So shall we make the dragon fall down before stopping the game to make it look more realistic? Because he's, bouncing towards something, right? So for that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove the stop wall, okay, from the when touching block and keep it aside. We don't have to delete it. Attach this forever block first under the when touching color block. Add the pointer. So we have attached the forever block. Now attach the forever block under the when touching color block. Add the point towards and move block inside the forever block. We're going to add this and also the move block. Now here we have to set as bottom edge and move block like 1, 2, 3. You can change it. So I'm just going to keep it 1. Okay. Now moving ahead, drag the when occurs block and attach the touching inside it over here. And here we have to select bottom edge. Now here, then we have to attach the stop wall, which we had removed before. Okay. So this is the first block that we have created. And this is the second one. Okay. So this is done. Let's try it out. Okay, let's zoom it. So you can see as soon as he touches any of the obstacles, he moves down. Yes. So this is what we have to do in the additional activity. So you can ask the student to do this if time permits. Next, you have to add some instruction, which they have already done, and also change the dragon's animation speed. Okay. So you have to write as an instruction that move dragon up and down with the help of the with keys to avoid the wall. Okay. So this is there in the additional activity number 2. So you can ask the student to open it at their end. Okay, so here they have to add game instructions. Okay, so on the stage, they have to click on start, add the instruction. Okay, so for example, you can, say that move dragon up and down. So you have to ask the student to type over here the instruction. They can add their own instructions as well. You can ask them to get some good idea and write some instruction, which will help the users, the players to, play the game. So they can come up with unique instructions. But if not, they can just type this. That is, move dragon up and down with keys to avoid the walls. Okay. So this is how, it will work. It will show when the game starts. And to code to change the speed of the dragon, flapping its wing. So you have to add the set animation speed block. below the on start of the dragon. Okay, so we're going to take this and put it over here and change its value. So to make the dragon animate faster, give a value greater than 100. Okay, so here you have 100, so you can keep it 200, 250, whatever is convenient. So we can see we have done this also. We had done this for the dragon over here, right? So now let's check. So see, already, the dragon wing, they're moving very fast. Okay, you could see that when the game started, you could see the, the written instruction which we have given. So in this way, you can complete this activity as well with your students. So you can tell them that in the next class, they are doing this hurdle jump game. So they have to create a hurdle jump game with the brave knight. So the knight is chasing this gem and there are hurdles which are coming. So he's going to jump them to reach that gem. That is the goal. So thank you so much.